Greetings, friends.
And welcome to Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled.
Yeah, we're going to be playing through, I think, most of the tracks. At least all of the retro tracks. Possibly all of, like, the other ones from... I forget what the other one was called. The one for the PS2. We only played the one for the original PlayStation.
Was it Twin Sanity or something?
No, that was a platforming game. And then there was the double car... Or it was like a double dash ripoff. But it wasn't that one either. There was another one. It might have just been called Nitro Kart. I like that they recreated this intro, too.
Yeah. And sorry ahead of time, the load times in this game suck.
They're ridiculously bad. They're, like, about as bad as Final Fantasy 15, which is, like... It's just wild. Like, the levels are really detailed in this game and really, really beautiful, in my opinion. But the load times, oh my god.
Yeah.
You cool with medium?
Yeah, it's cool.
Alright. Oh my god, I forgot there's like a gajillion characters in this one.
Yeah, and it takes forever to load them.
Yeah, like their little icon up there. I think for the first one, I'm gonna be Ripperoo.
I'm gonna be Cortex.
And I'm gonna be Gentleman Ripperoo.
Robo Cortex?
It looks creepy as shit.
And I think it's just like set to standard for this, isn't it?
I can't remember. I just, for the card or whatever, this just affects what it looks like. Yeah. Cool. And then driving style at the bottom, I think classic is like what they would be based on from the original game. So if you press circle and then go down to the bottom, yeah, and then you can choose. This is actually like I think an update for the game, but you can choose like, oh, I want him to be like a top speed character. I want him to be a balanced character. You can like make any character any style now.
And it says at the top right under it what they normally would be.
Yeah, and if you
like
hit
classic,
if you hit triangle, yeah, if you hit triangle, it'll show you what the stats are too, up at the top. Sweet. No, I don't want to quit. I want to confirm. Oh, ready, square. Okay.
Cool. Alright. Ready.
Sweet. Yeah, I freaking love this game. I platinumed it like the week that I got it. 4.5 years ago. Oh my god. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, my biggest complaint about it is the load times. And I have a PS5 now, but I only have one controller. And Thomas and I wanted to play some multiplayer stuff, and I was like, well, let's just bite the bullet. We'll do 1 cup per episode, and we'll just chat about nothing for like the 30 seconds to a minute of load times. And like, I don't know. I compared it to Final Fantasy 15 because I just started playing that recently. That game, I really like it. The load times are pretty rough, but it's also like a big open world game. And also the PS4 can barely handle it because like the frame rate drops a lot. When you're like turning the camera and shit. Oh my god, Crash Cove. Yeah, and I think this just loads really slow because the levels are all like really detailed. You have it on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I think the load times are about the same.
Yeah, I was curious just because sometimes Switch games will load faster because they're on a cartridge.
Screw up my stuff.
Somebody blow you up? Damn. Yeah, no, I remember like first playing this a few years ago with my friend. He came over and he was like, oh shit, I'm just gonna buy it today. And then we played it for like a few hours and I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking nostalgic for me. Yeah, no, I used to wake up at like 4 in the morning before going to school just to play this game when I was at elementary school. The original, not this one, obviously. So yeah, playing this and like seeing how beautiful it was and shit, I was like, oh my god, they did it, y'all. And the physics are like slightly different for some stuff, but not like too terribly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few of the jumps are harder to do, I think, in this one, and I think it's like Sewer Speedway and not Polar Pass, the Blizzard one, Blizzard Bluff, yeah. Those 2 jumps, I think, are a little bit trickier.
Oh.
Did you get hit?
Yeah, I just went right into a potion.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on 2-player mode.
Yeah. You only have half as much screen space.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Who the heck is that? Is that Engine?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, Jesus! I ran right into that shit. Oh, yeah, and then all of the little bonuses and little rewards and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then more loading.
Yup. Yeah, we were going to do 2 cups per episode, and then I thought about it. I was like, each cup is going to have like 2 to 3 minutes of loading between all of the races combined.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just do 1 cup per episode. Also, we're running behind on content. Like, we're releasing this the day that we're filming, which we don't really do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to crank out some episodes.
Yeah.
Come on, loading.
Man, I heard Jimmy Carter's wife passed away.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if that happened today or yesterday.
She must have been pretty old, too,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
People are being, like, real grim about it, too, though. They're like, I bet Jim's gonna be right behind her. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, they might not be wrong, but still, it's not very nice to see.
Yeah. Keep it to yourself! Yeah, not to be too bleak, but every time I see Jimmy Carter, like, show up to an event or something, I'm all like, Jimmy Carter's still alive? Like, you know, I'm sure that, you know, if he passes, like, everyone will know, you know, it'll make news and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a really... He seems like a nice guy who had very little political training / understanding, and then when he got into office, kind of, prioritized the wrong things,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, though, because when he was getting elected, people were freaking out about him owning a peanut farm.
Yeah, they
And
were like,
he
oh my
gave it
god,
up.
he's doing this just to enhance his business. Yeah, he gave up his peanut farm. Meanwhile, everyone's
Other
like,
people-
Trump shouldn't have to give up his businesses
Yeah,
that
they
are
can't give up their
bankrupt.
multi-billion-dollar businesses.
Yeah, these billion-dollar businesses that have, like, no revenue because he doesn't
that's
know how to
totally
run a
fine.
business except for scamming people.
But peanuts, that's out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so wild because, like, he's like, you know, looking back historically, you know, obviously we were not alive during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But he was, like, so soft-spoken and, like, so quiet. Like, he seems like a genuine, down-to-earth, nice guy. And, like, you know, he just owned a farm and was like, I want to do right by the people. And then he, you know, everyone's like, yeah, he's going to be doing it for the people. But he was so, like, demure that I think, like, not a lot of other politicians really respected him. And then there was, like, the whole thing where I think he was trying to create some diplomacy in... I forget, like, the details. I think he was, like, helping protect a monarch from Iran or Iraq or something, because, like, the people wanted to get him, and he was like, no, you know, like, let them have their revolution, and we'll just keep you over here, or something like that, and, like, a lot of people were like, why are we doing this?
Right.
And that was, like, one of the main, when you look back, like, historically on Jimmy Carter's presidency, that's, like, one of the big things that pops up, and, like, I don't have all the details, right, you know, but... And then Reagan came along and was so bombastic. I'm sure he, you know, just won everyone over with his speaking style and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't like talking about Reagan because I get so worked up. He was the president of the Screen Actors Guild, like one of, like, you know, the longest standing unions currently that's still lasting, and they just, you know, had a major win like a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets into office and it's just so anti-union. Like, I don't remember what the union was, but I think it was like...
Some kind of airline, I think.
Yeah, and he was like, well, you know, he's like, if they don't get back to work in like a day or two, they're all going to get fired. And then they didn't. He just like fired them all. I was like, this is like a union buster. And he is now he was a president of a union. Now he is the president of the union, like the country. And he's just like deunifying everything. Like,
Right.
what the fuck is wrong with you? And, you know, he was a very, very good speech giver. He's very good at giving passionate speeches, and everyone's like, yeah, I like the way he talks. He's making me feel good. Yeah, I feel so American. Yeah.
They all saw him as, like, super strong leader type.
Yeah, and, like, that's the thing. Like, you know, if you are a strong speaker, people can mistake you for being a smart leader, and that's not the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much smack on all these presidents that are, geriatric / deceased. But I don't know. I just get so annoying because politics just seems so backward.
Yeah.
And now it seems like
always just out for themselves.
Yeah, it seems like the only reason anyone does it nowadays is like for the money. And then like, you know, if people start up, they're like doing her whole grassroots thing. I feel like eventually they become corrupt because it's difficult and expensive to live. And then like there's so much celebrity involved with politics now. Like you have to be popular to get a decent amount of votes, but you also have to have a lot of money to campaign. It's ridiculous, you know. It is like a who is the richest and most popular contest. Now you're in charge even if you don't know anything.
Yeah, and then they just spend like the whole next 4 years trying to get reelected.
Yep.
They spend like all their money on that.
Yeah, twiddling their thumbs. And also, you know, we're thinking about this because like politics, you know, nonstop in America.
And we're coming
all the
up
time.
on elections.
Coming up on an election,
so.
and when we played Persona 5 just a couple days ago, it was like all about that. So like, you know, it's like all in our minds.
Yeah, and also just the whole Jimmy Carter's wife passing away thing.
Yeah, that's what, you know,
like
started this whole
happened.
conversation, you know, today. Yeah, no, it just sucks because it's like, where are all of the people with good intentions?
Right. Where are all
like,
the good people?
For real. They really got to get rid of Citizens United, because then I feel like a ton of these politicians would be like, wait, I can't make $1 million a year being a senator anymore?
Right.
I guess I'm just going to go back to being a corrupt CEO instead. And I'm like, good. That's where you belong.
Right.
Like, you know, and then like the fucking people who have good intentions and believe in justice and shit can come after you like that.
Oh man, I thought that was like, great.
You still won. Kaboom. Wait, you're the Cortex with the what is that from?
I'm not even sure.
What the heck, Blue
was
Spyro?
that IC Spyro?
He should run for president.
Yeah, I forgot Spyro was in this game.
Yeah, he was one of the first like little DLC characters, and all the DLC for this game is free. Yeah, which is really nice. One thing that sucks is they have like a lot of unlockable characters and costumes that you have to pay Wumpa coins for, but you get Wumpa coins for like just playing the game. The thing is, you can also buy them, which a lot of people were angry about because they were like, why would you put all these microtransactions in the game? It's like, you know, kids who have no patience, or like people just in general who have no patience, will just splurge and spend all their money on costumes and stuff. I personally didn't. I just, you know, used all mine, unlocked all the characters, and then I started getting costumes, and I was like, I don't care about all the costumes. I'm just going to get the ones I like, which is mainly the Tiny in the military uniform, Crash in the pilot suit, and Ripperoo in the gentleman hat. And then all the other ones were just kind of random. It's so lush and beautiful. Look at the little castle in the distance.
Yeah, this track's always been free in my opinion.
It's full of whimsy! There's just so much more detail than in the original version. I catch myself looking at the background so often. Because in the original game, like the colors and the art direction and stuff's really vibrant and it's good, but it's kind of barren compared to this. Like, you know, like I don't think there was like a big Coco statue or like all those rolling hills in the distance and there's trees and the rainbow and the sunset and the castle. Also, I like that they included the original soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Because the Crash Trilogy remake did not. And some of the remixes are good. Some of them I'm kind of like, bleh. Like there's one song from Crash 2 in particular. I'm like, oh, this remix is bleh. I think it's from the level called Hang 8. In the original one, it sounds like a surfer rock song, and it sounds really like whiny in the remake.
Oh. I'm surprised neither one of us has gotten Aku yet.
In this race?
Yeah. Or like any of the races. I haven't gotten them yet.
I got him in Tiger Temple. Yeah, and actually, that's I think that might be how I won, because I was able to get the shortcut on one of my laps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really funny in this track when you get it, because you can just fly through the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping.
There's like little streams, little like fountain streams and shit. Of course, that's why the load times take so long, because they're like, oh, let's make each track like a freaking extravaganza.
Right.
I kind of think it's worth it. I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
For a racing game, it just sucks though, because you want to keep going, and then it's like, no, stop. Like we're gonna sit here for a minute or two. I don't know if it's gonna do the whole trophy thing or not. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember how long it takes to load, so we'll let it play out this time. If it takes like ridiculously long, then like in the future episodes we're probably just gonna call it like here. But I want to let it play out at least once. It seems like it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, like all the others.
It sucks too, because like the Spyro remake trilogy also has long load times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was rewatching like someone reviewing the Crash trilogy like a month or two ago, and one of their biggest complaints was the load times. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, they really aren't that bad. They're like 10 to 15 seconds. I was like, yeah, no, compared to Spyro and this game, that's nothing. Freaking blue Spyro. Yeah. Yeah, but we're going to keep playing through this. Thank you guys for watching it. We hope you'll join us next time.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.